The Snowman and the Little Boy. On a beautiful winter morning, the world looked like a dream. Snow covered everything, the rooftops, trees, and roads. The air was crisp, and tiny snowflakes sparkled under the golden sunlight. Birds stayed hidden in their nests, and the streets were quiet except for the occasional laughter of children playing outside. Among them was a little boy named Rohan. He was 6 years old, full of energy, and loved winter more than any other season. His curly black hair peeked out from under his woolen hat, and his bright blue eyes sparkled with excitement. Wrapped in his warm red coat, he stepped into his backyard, leaving tiny footprints in the soft snow. His cheeks turned pink from the cold, but he didn't care. Today, he had a special plan. He was going to build the best snowman ever. Rohan clapped his hands together, his breath turning into little white clouds. He bent down, scooped up a handful of snow, and started rolling it. The more he rolled, the bigger the ball became. He made another one, slightly smaller, for the snowman's head. He stacked them carefully, patting the snow to make sure they wouldn't fall. Now for the details, Rohan said to himself. He ran inside his house and returned with a carrot, 2 pieces of coal, and a red scarf. He gently placed the coal pieces as eyes and stuck the carrot in the middle for a nose. Then he wrapped the scarf around the snowman's neck. Rohan stepped back and admired his work. "You look so cute," he said with a proud smile. And then something incredible happened. The snowman blinked. Rohan's eyes widened in shock. He took a step back, his heart pounding. Had he imagined it? But then the snowman's coal eyes twinkled, and he smiled. "You made me, so now we are friends," the snowman said in a cheerful voice. Rohan gasped. "You can talk?" The snowman chuckled. "Of course. And thanks for the scarf. It's very warm." Rohan couldn't believe it. He had read stories about magical snowmen before, but he never thought he would meet one. His surprise quickly turned into joy. "This is the best day ever," he exclaimed. The snowman stretched his stick arms and looked around. "What do friends do?" he asked. Rohan laughed. "We play, of course." And so they did. They made snow angels, ran around the yard, and threw snowballs at each other. Rohan's laughter filled the air as he dodged the snowman's gentle throws. They built a tiny snow fort and sat inside, pretending they were knights guarding a castle. They even slid down small hills in the backyard, enjoying every moment. Hours passed, but it felt like only minutes. The sun started to set, casting an orange glow over the snowy landscape. Rohan noticed that the snowman had stopped playing. He looked at his new friend and saw that his smile had faded. "Why do you look sad?" Rohan asked. The snowman sighed. "The sun is getting warmer. Soon I will start to melt." Rohan's heart sank. He didn't want to lose his new friend. He had just met him. "No, there must be a way to save you." The snowman gave a small smile. "That's very kind of you, Rohan, but that's just how it is. Snow melts when it gets warm." Rohan shook his head. He refused to accept it. "Wait here," he said, and ran inside the house. A few minutes later, he returned, holding a big umbrella. He planted it firmly in the snow next to the snowman. "Here, this will protect you from the sun." The snowman's smile returned. "That's so thoughtful, Rohan. You are a great friend." For the next few days, Rohan and the snowman continued to play together. Every morning, Rohan would rush outside, eager to spend time with his magical friend. They built more snow creatures, played hide-and-seek, and even pretended to be explorers discovering new lands. But as the days passed, the weather changed. The air grew warmer, and the snow on the ground started to melt. Puddles appeared where thick snow once lay. Rohan noticed that his snowman was getting smaller. His arms drooped, and his once bright coal eyes seemed duller. One morning, Rohan woke up to find the snowman barely standing. His heart ached. He ran outside and hugged him tightly. "Please don't go," he whispered. The snowman's voice was soft. "I have to, Rohan, but don't be sad. I will always be in your heart." Tears welled up in Rohan's eyes. "Will I ever see you again?" The snowman smiled gently. "When the next snowfall comes, I'll be back, and we will play again, just like we did this time." Rohan nodded, wiping his tears. "I'll be waiting." And with that, the snowman melted away, leaving only the red scarf behind. Rohan picked it up and held it close to his chest. He felt sad, but also hopeful. He knew that their friendship was not over. It was just a pause until winter returned. As the seasons changed and the snow disappeared, Rohan often looked at the scarf and smiled. He told his family and friends about his magical snowman, though they only laughed and said he had a great,